Good day, guys. I'm John Sylvie Asombrado, and I will going to share to you my knowledge about the marine environment and what are the sources of marine pollution and its impact to human, animals, and shipping industry, and explain the MARPOL Convention history when it was adopted and entered to force and its objective, including the regulation of MARPOL 126. So first, what is marine environment? So, marine environment means the physical, atmospheric, and biological components, condition, and factors that interactively determine the productivity, state, condition, and quality of the marine ecosystem. So, the next is what are the major sources of marine pollution and its impact to hazard to us humans, animals, and on the shipping industry. So, ocean is very important to us. It covers the planet's surface over 72%. It provides over 97% of the world's water supply and over 70% of the oxygen we breathe. We have so much thanks to the ocean for. However, they are threatened daily by natural and man-made pollution. Ocean pollution comes in many forms, but the largest factors affecting the ocean is plastic. Over the last decade, we have produced more plastic than we have in the last 100 years. This sharp in plastic entering our waters harms not only marine life but also humanity. Plastic kills birds, marine mammals, and sea turtles, destroy habitats, and even affecting animals' mating rituals, which can have devastating consequences and can wipe out entire species. So, where do these comes from? 80% of pollution to the marine environment comes from the land. One of the biggest sources is called non-point source pollution, which occurs as a result of runoff. This means that it comes from the land and it goes to the ocean. Non-point source pollution includes many small sources like septic tanks. Other than of these and much of this too makes its way to the sea. Some water pollution actually starts as air pollution, which settles into waterways and oceans. Dirt can be pollutant, topsoil from fields or construction sites can run off into waterways, harming fish and wildlife habitats. Non-point sources pollution can make river and ocean water unsafe for humans and wildlife. And lastly, shipping industry also generates negative impact on the marine environment including air pollution, greenhouse gas emission, release of ballast water containing aquatic invasive species, oil and chemical spills, dry bulk, cargo release, garbage, risk of ship grounding or sinks, and widespread sediment contamination of ports during transship or shipbreaking activities. That's why IMO or the International Maritime Organization uses various instruments to protect the marine environment from the shipping activities. IMO introduced the International Convention for Prevention of Pollution from Ships. It is the main international convention covering prevention of pollution of the marine environment by ships from operational or accident causes. The MARPOL Convention was adopted on November 2, 1973 at IMO. The Protocol of 1978 was adopted in response to a spate of tanker accidents in 1976 to 1977. The convention includes regulation aimed at preventing and minimizing pollution from ships, both accidental pollution and that from routine operation, and currently includes 6 technical annexes, especially areas with strict controls on operational discharges are included in the most annexes. First annex, the Annex 1, Regulation for Prevention of Pollution by Oil, entered into force on October 2, 1983, covers prevention of pollution by oil from operational measures as well as from accidental discharges. Next is Annex 2, Regulation for the Control of Pollution by Noxious Liquid Substance in Bulk, entered to force on October 2, 1983, details the discharge criteria and measures for the control of pollution and noxious liquid substances carried in bulk. Annex 3, Prevention of Pollution by Harmful Substances Carried by Sea in Package Form, entered into force July 1, 1982. For the purpose of these annexes, harmful substances are those substances which identified as marine pollutants in the International Maritime Dangerous Goods Code. Annex 4 is Prevention of Pollution by Sewage from Ships, entered into force September 27, 2003, contains requirements to control pollution of the sea by sewage. Annex 5 is the Prevention of Pollution by Garbage from Ships, entered into force December 31, 1988. It deals with different types of garbage and species, the distance from land, and the manner in which they may be disposed of. Annex 6 is Prevention of Air Pollution from Ships, entered into force of May 19, 2005. It covers mandatory technical and operational energy efficiency measures aimed at reducing greenhouse gas oil from ships. And that's all, guys. I hope you learn a lot about my understanding. Uh, Thank you for listening.